We gotta learn how to find inner peace within ourselves. Us as men, us as people in general, we let outside forces dictate how we feel on the inside. Like, we should never let another motherfucker determine how we are emotionally, spiritually, mentally. We should never let our inner world be distracted by what other people think about us. And when we can get to a point to where it's like we can really be at peace mentally, bro, that's when you won, because it's a lot of people with everything they could ever have and imagine, all the money in the world, all the girls in the world, everything, but they're not at peace. They don't have mental inner peace. Why is that? And I think a lot of times people don't genuinely love themselves, so they look for other people to validate them on their accomplishments or whatever they have, which is material. They look for other people to get their validation because they genuinely don't love themselves. They don't know how to love themselves. And most of the time, it's not even that person's fault. It was how they was brought up. It was the program. They was being programmed from an early age through whatever environment they was in, through their parents just putting stuff in their head, making them think that they weren't good enough. So a lot of people would spend their whole lives trying to prove to the next motherfucker that they're valuable or they're worth something, because in their mind they think they're worthless. And I was in this position. I used to spend my whole life trying to accomplish things, trying to make myself feel valuable, because I felt like I wasn't validated in my household or from the people or from my peers that I looked up to. And that was causing me so much mental stress. Like, I felt like I was a slave to my own mind. Like, it's slavery going on to this day in people's minds. So you don't have to like be locked up or anything to go through slavery, bro. Like, you're going through, it's a mental warfare, it's a spiritual and mental warfare going on, especially with people in the ages of 20, because I'm in my 20s right now, and I see a lot of people so stressed out about things they can't even can control. Their girl leaves them, they lost their job. No, you have to learn how to be so at peace with yourself that when things come into your way, things come to you in this world, you're not gonna let it affect you as much, you know. But it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time being by yourself, knowing who you are. It's those dark moments that you need to face. It's those fears that you need to face to realize that, whoa, like, I actually am someone who's capable of facing my fears or facing things that I don't want, that's causing me stress, that's causing me mental abuse. You have to face those things, bro, because if you don't, you're going to keep hiding it. You're going to keep just putting it in the back of your mind so you don't think about it. But one thing you got to do, bro, is learn how to create some inner peace. And a lot of times that comes from, figuring out who you are as an individual. Like, that's a hard thing to do for somebody to figure out who they are, because a lot of times us as people, we want to be what society wants us to be. We want to be what is cool to society, but that's not causing you peace. So you might be looking good on the outside, but deep down you low-key fucked up, but you don't want to talk to nobody about it because, like, society has put that, oh, you got to learn how to, keep your emotions to yourself or not be vulnerable. But those times, that why you think so many kids is crashing out, bro? Because they don't have nobody to talk to. They really going through a spiritual mental warfare in their mind, but they can't go to their homies to talk about it. They can't go to their girl to talk about it. They can't go to their parents to talk about it. So they have to like put it deep inside their heart or deep inside their mind, so where they don't think about it. But later on, it's gonna just keep building up. The person that you are, and that's not who you want to be, it's destroying you, bro. Like, you gotta learn how to really live in your truth and not give a fuck about what the next motherfucker has to say about it. Like, if you know whatever you want to do, you got to do it, because that's going to give you inner peace, a sense of purpose, a sense of, why am I on this earth? You got to ask yourself, and sometimes you got to ask yourself the hardest questions, like, What is making my life meaningful? Why am I on this earth? What's pushing me to get out of bed and go do something? A lot of people can't answer that because they live like a routine life of waking up, going to work, going back home, helping a kid. Like, you got to find some type of adventure of something that you want to do that's motivating you to be like, this is why I'm on this earth. This is why I'm living. But a lot of people don't have that. And that's why I see a lot of people, especially in my neighborhood, like just people just looking miserable, bro. And I'd be like, why is people looking so miserable? But I could understand it. Like, you got a lot of things to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of the stress of what the world is bringing to you. But that shouldn't affect how you are, like your inner world, bro. That should not affect how you should be internally, because there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be setbacks. That's how the world works. Why do you think there's the yin and the yang, up and down, positive and negative, God and the devil? These are things that is just, it is what it is. Like, that's how the world is. It's never going to be too good. It's never going to be too bad. So when you can learn how to be level-headed and not take things too personally and still have a sense of what you want to do in life or who you want to become in life, you should never be stressed, bro. If you have those three things, knowing what you want to do, a sense of purpose, why you are on this earth, what's making you want to keep living, then the things that come your way that's bullshit, it's not going to affect you as much. Your parents judging you for who you really are isn't going to affect you as much, because you genuinely get happiness from whatever you're doing. And that's the type of person you should become, bro. You should become the person that doesn't give a fuck about what somebody else thinks, because the whole time, all the times you was worrying about what somebody else thinks, how to prove yourself to somebody else, making sure you don't want to step on nobody's toes. You don't want to be that person, bro. Don't think that you being that nice guy, not avoiding confrontation, not having a verbal confrontation. Don't think that just because you're avoiding that, you're a nice person. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not authentic. You want to live as your authentic self. You want to be able to, when you need to be aggressive, you be aggressive. When you can be calm, you be calm. You don't want to just have a one persona. No, you have to learn how to be diverse. You know what I'm saying? You want to be diverse in everything you do. But going back to this inner peace thing, it's important, bro. It's important because not a lot of people have it, bro. Not a lot of people can wake up and just be in silence. Be okay and be grateful for just being in silence, being present. Not too many people can enjoy the presence because they're so worried about the future. They're so focused on what happened in the past that they can't even see what's beautiful in the present, which is you being alive, bro. Think about that. Like, I look at shit from a different perspective. Like, I be thinking like, damn, this world is low-key like crazy. Like the fact that we're alive and just experiencing life, that's low-key crazy to me, because not a lot of people got a chance to do that. So I don't know. I just think that's crazy to me. But it all goes back to you just being comfortable in your own skin, you being yourself, you being your authentic self. Not a lot of people are gonna like that, but who gives a fuck? Because they don't care about you. You have to know that a lot of people that you think care about you, they don't care about you. Because the moment that you say, well, this is what makes me happy, this is what I want to do, they're not gonna agree with it. So that tells me that, oh, you don't really care about me. You don't care about my well-being. You don't care about me having a sense of peace, because all you care about is how you want me to be. So that let me know that I gotta cut some motherfuckers off. You gotta cut some motherfuckers off that's not really fucking with who you truly want to be. It might be your parents. It might be the person you messing with. It might be your friends. If they genuinely don't appreciate who you are as an individual, then why are you putting so much stress on what they think about you? Like, I used to do this shit, bro. And once I learned how to be free of just not worrying about what other people think about me, not putting so much stress on myself of things I really can't control, and learn how to just live in the moment and just go through life in the moment. I still have the intentions of what I want to become and the things I want to do, and that's all you got to do. If you can set an intention and put it out in the world and just work towards it, then there's nothing else you need to be stressing about, bro. There's nothing you should be stressing about, because all this shit is meaningless to me. Like I don't know, man. Like, this world is fucking crazy, bro. Like, you gonna have your ups and downs, but the most important thing is you to keep that inner peace, for you to be okay. Wake up and be okay with yourself. Like, it was actually a shock to see how many people that don't really love themselves, are not okay with themselves, are searching for some love for somebody else. If you can't even love yourself, don't think the next motherfucker is gonna love you how you want them to love you. You have to be able to love yourself so much that other people see how well you love yourself, that they just want to give you they love. Like, it happens, bro. Like, I love myself so much to where another person, whether it's a girl, be like, damn, like, he really love myself. Yes, I love myself enough not to deal with your bullshit. I love myself enough to cut you the fuck off if I feel like you're not adding nothing to me. I love myself that much. I might love you, but I love me a little bit more. So that's how I feel, man. If you truly love yourself and you truly want to, have some type of just mental peace, you gotta you gotta be in that darkness for a little bit. The only way I feel like you can have inner peace is if you face the pain that you're going through. You face those dark times. You might have to, think of the things that's really causing you pain, but you don't put it so far behind, not knowing that you still thinking about it. You still thinking about the time that that person did you wrong, how your parents didn't really give you the information that you needed. You still think about it, which is causing you pain. But when you can learn how to just use whatever pain that happened to you as a learning lesson, and you realize that, oh shit, that shit actually made me stronger. Now I have a sense of who I am as a well-being. Like, that shit is powerful to me, bro. That shit is so powerful when you know who the fuck you are and other people don't, and they look at you. That's so intimidating to people. You don't realize it. That's why when you find out who you are and you start changing yourself to who you actually want to become and not what society has, portrayed you to be, when you could fully live your authentic self, it's gonna scare other people, bro. So you gotta be prepared for that. If you really want to live the life that you truly want to live and be the person, live your authentic self, it's gonna, it's gonna make some people feel uncomfortable, bro. That's why you're gonna learn how to be. You're gonna sometimes learn how. You're gonna have to learn how to be the fuck alone, because it's gonna happen. Certain people are gonna get out your circle because they start to feel like this nigga's a little different now. That's what you want, bro. You want the people that's not for you to be gone, and the people that's for you, you're not even gonna have to do no explaining, bro, because the energy is already gonna be there. It's already gonna be aligned. And you gotta learn how to stop explaining your fucking self. Don't think that you're a bad person because you don't want to explain why you're this way or why you did that. No. If you feel that it's not worth your energy to explain to the next motherfucker why you changed up or why you did this, don't fucking explain yourself. That's gonna cause you even more mental stress on yourself, having to explain to this person why you're a different person. No, if they don't get it, they don't get it. Fuck them. And if they get it, then shit, you rocking with them. But it's so important to get that mental peace, bro, because that's the best. That's the thing you really need. You don't need you need money, and you need, a purpose in life, but you really need that inner peace, because that's gonna get you to wherever you want to go. That's gonna give you a sense of clarity of, who you want to become. So, man, find that fucking inner peace in your life and figure the fuck out what you want to do.